Pumbele ge mfundo, forward with education. That's a Zulu phrase. Global education improves our society. Join us next year in South Africa.
So, why did you want to study abroad to South Africa?
The experience. I have never traveled outside of my comfort zone. And I wanted to go somewhere that, because you've always heard that Black people are from Africa. This is where we started. And I wanted to have that experience, to know about where I'm from, to find out about the culture that's here, the people, mix with the locals, see the beauty of the country, because I've heard that South Africa was a beautiful place. But then there are a lot of misconceptions saying that, as we were told, that there are lions roaming the streets and people wear sheets and towels around them. And I wanted to understand and to see what the people were like, to see the beauty that South Africa had to offer.
So, what was your favorite memory?
By far, my favorite memory had to be Table Mountain. That was one of the best parts of the trip, in my opinion, because it's a different atmosphere, and I was a bit overwhelmed as I got on top of the mountain, and actually tears just started to come out of my eyes when I was on the mountain, because it was something different, like something just came over me. And I just felt like, I don't know what it was, but tears just started to come out of my eyes.
Okay.
That was my favorite part.
And what was your favorite memory of this trip?
I actually have a couple favorite memories. I'll start with visiting Nelson Mandela's house. I like that because I got to learn a little bit of history about Nelson Mandela. I heard, a lot of different stories about Nelson Mandela, heard his name, things like that, but I never really knew who he was. So being able to visit his home, visiting the home that he stayed in with Winnie, it was just all amazing. Also going to Table Mountain, that was amazing as well, because I never had been on top of a mountain, and I'm very adventurous, so I was excited.
Yes, she was. What's your most favorite memory?
Right. My most favorite memory was probably going to Parliament. I'm a pre-law student, so being able to see how their government works in its early stages was very interesting to me, and because it was they're just at their very beginning stages, so seeing the way they operate and how it's different from the U.S., it excited me. And we also got to sit down with a prime minister, and it was interesting to see how he implemented his religion, Christianity, into politics. And it was kind of refreshing to hear someone implement the wisdom of God into politics. So that was most memorable for me.
Okay. What was your favorite memory?
My favorite memory? I have so many great memories. I guess one would be when we got to go visit Table Mountain in Cape Town. It's one of the 7 wonders in the whole world, so that already says a lot. But when I took the ride up the mountain and I got there, the view was just completely overwhelming. I kind of got into the feeling that, like, I didn't want to take any photos, I didn't want to take any videos. I just kind of wanted to sit there and take that experience in. I mean, it was just gorgeous. Like, words don't even explain how beautiful Table Mountain was.
What was your favorite memory?
Probably Rosebank yesterday. It was the first thing I bought. I didn't negotiate the price at all, but after I got in, got comfortable, negotiating was a lot of fun for me. And if any students that are coming to South Africa are watching this, negotiate your price, go back and forth, and then walk away. When you walk away, they'll come chasing after you, and that's when you get the price you want.
Okay, what was your favorite memory?
Favorite memory? The Lesedi Cultural Village. That's like
a place everyone has to go to, so you can see the different tribes that are in South Africa and just get to know and get to experience like the languages and all that fun stuff. That was really my favorite moment. I love dancing, and they like the people that work there, they dance at the end, so it was fun for me. That was my favorite, and the food.
So what's your favorite memory of the trip?
Favorite memory of the trip, I would definitely go with walking through Soweto, mostly because that kind of connected me to the struggle, connected me to the people. It allowed me to see the effects of apartheid, and in my opinion, it connected me to them because that's something similar to what African Americans went through in our neighborhoods. And so seeing that and having that that ability to relate was one of the most powerful impacts of the trip to me.
Okay. What was your favorite memory of the trip?
My favorite memory, I have a bunch of memories. Let me tell you this. I'm really not open to eating everything in the world. So I did eat a caterpillar. Biggest memory. I was like, let me try this caterpillar. Y'all gonna see it in the video. But I ate this caterpillar, and it just like, it was different. I ate it, and like, it's just gonna be always a memory. I ate a caterpillar. Like, who can say they ate a caterpillar in South Africa? Like, who can say that? Nobody.
What was your favorite memory of the trip?
My favorite memory, I have two. So the first was when we were doing the island tour of Robben Island. The tour guide was so passionate about the effects of apartheid, just how us Black Americans are passionate about systematic slavery, everything with race relations in America. To say he was so young, I would say he was about 21 years old. He knew everything about apartheid. He was so passionate and didn't care who heard what he had to say. My second favorite was actually yesterday. We went to visit Damlin College, and we talked with some students, and we were able to clear up some stereotypes of Black Americans, and even for us to clear up some stereotypes about South Africa. So it was a beautiful moment for us to connect with each other and get back home.
My favorite memory had to be on my birthday when I met Nkosi Mandela. That is Nelson Mandela's grandson. He brought a birthday gift to me. First off, the entire story. He shouted me out on Instagram, tagged me, the pretty plug. I mean, and then on top of that, we got reposted by PVMU's page. You know, I'm big with the social media. That was like my favorite memory, okay, of all time. I completely am still overwhelmed by that experience. What was your favorite memory of South Africa?
Man, it's two. I'm sorry, I have to say two. And it was because of the range of emotions. One was when we went to the Apartheid Museum before, and then we went to church after. So it was that time of, you know, obviously looking at that, you know, and the horrific things that took place, and then being uplifted, you know, going to church, and the church was diverse. It was multicultural. So to see that kind of brings you back center, and, you know, with the God focus.
Great answer. So what was your favorite memory?
Ooh. Looking off into the distance. I'm going to list a few, not necessarily in the order of preference. Number one, landing. One of my greatest memories is looking into the students' faces the moment we landed and walked out onto the Oliver Tambo International Airport floor, and just having them understand what just happened. We traveled over 8,500 miles, successfully landed, thank God, and now they are in Africa. And for every one of the students, that was a first. So that was among the most exciting things. The second most exciting was simply traveling around, not necessarily going to a specific place, but looking at the students while we travel around and having them see what South Africa looks like. South Africa is different from America in the way it looks in some aspects, but in other aspects it looks just the same, with tall buildings, developed roads, infrastructure, a lot of similarities. But then you see someone who is selling goods in the street, which looks a little bit different. Then you hear someone speak about the stoplights, calling them robots. That's a bit different. And then obviously the language. The many languages that are spoke here, all beautiful in tone and dialect, but obviously very different than English. So that experience, I would say, is among my favorite.
And why should more students come back to South Africa March 2018? Why would you not want to come here?
Why not? Like, where else would you choose to go? Obviously.
Number one, I would say it is okay to leave your comfort zone.
Amazing experience.
You'll simply grow as a person
at least once in their lifetime. Don't sit there and be the person watching social media as somebody else is studying abroad. Be that person on the other side. Study abroad, because it's a great opportunity. It opens doors for you.
First off, if you apply for the scholarship, you get assistance with coming here. You don't have kids, some people. You aren't married, some people. So why not go when you don't have any burdens tying you at home?
It has been an amazing experience.
Countries. I mean, it was really an eye-opener. One of the easier things about South Africa is the language here is English. So you don't really have to worry about not being able to understand people here. But
back to the information, the experience, the cultural diversity, but the most important, I would say, is more so, like I said, the connection.
I would encourage other students to come to South Africa because of the experience and also the knowledge.
If you're agriculture, business, if you're engineering, if you're economics, if you're health, Africa needs everybody.
South Africa is beautiful. You just get to learn and experience so much. Like
seeing a different side of your heritage is definitely something everyone should do.
Person, just by being in the atmosphere, experiencing something that you've not experienced before. This is a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful place. You're going to learn so much, meet amazing people.
Understand that you're missing out on the opportunity to not only expose yourself, but to expound your horizons, to expound your mind, to be able to know that the world is not just America. That's not what it is. It's global.
I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. That's why you have to come, because I don't know how to explain it.
every one of you guys watching this video should apply like today. I already know it's out on his website, Dr. McNeil's website, so just do it.
I'm the head man. Unfortunately, I don't have my head today. Unfortunately for you, looking at this, you do not see the head. I think it's a blessing in disguise, so that when you do come to South Africa, you'll be seeing the head for the first time. Because the head is the only thing that leads you where you need to go. Thank you.